Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, I know, but today I'm headed to the Dolomites. I really don't have much of a plan. The colours are just meh, but that's fine because the view, my word, is stunning. I think there's potential for quite a nice shot there. So I have no idea what the conditions are going to be like, but there's only one way to find out. Let's head up the Verona Pass and get into Italy. So I've reached my little flat for the next few days and the view's pretty spectacular. Not complaining at that for a view. So I've checked in, all sorted, and as you can see the sky's looking very, very cloudy. It's a quite pretty church, I believe, which is only, well, there's my accommodation over my shoulder somewhere. It's only about a 15-minute walk from where I'm staying, so I'm going to go and check it out. That should give me enough time to get back, jump in the car and head somewhere for, hopefully, sunset. It's a bit tricky at this time of the year because, I mean, if you look across the valley, there's still quite a lot of snow on the ground. I don't know how deep it's going to be this side because it's south facing, hasn't got much on it at all. So I guess it's going to be one of those trips where go and find out, make sure I've got plan A, B, C and probably D as well. But in search of this church. I guess that's what I'm looking for. It's pretty and it's a church. It really is pretty actually. It was most certainly a pretty church, and despite the conditions being far from perfect, I actually quite like some of these images. This could be a really nice summer location as the sun sets, some nice colour in the sky, but next time. Well, that's a lovely church. Just going to walk and see if I get a vantage point a little bit higher up the hill. Really, there's two churches. Easy for me to say. Now, I wonder if there's a shot with both of them in. As you can see behind me, it's very overcast. The conditions aren't great, but this is perfect weather for exploring. What an amazing view that is. As you can see, it's a bit messy with all the scattered snow, unfortunately. I think in summer, and where are we? There's a row of trees that run along this path to that church. Then that might look nice in summer. As I think it's probably going to be a challenge on this trip in general, is trying to find either all snow or going lower where there's less patchy snow. But this is a little bit ugly, but that's fine because the view, my word, is stunning. Okay, I'm quite liking here because we've got the, I suppose, the most prominent mountain, or certainly in the middle of that bit of range there, lining up nicely with this church. The colours are just a bit, yeah, I think with a bit of light on them the colours would look a bit more vibrant, but at the moment it just looks very lifeless. But wow, just look at these mountains, absolutely amazing. As is often the way, I can get both churches, but there's not much in the way of interesting mountains behind really. I'm going to take a shot anyway, of course, but yeah, I'm not expecting much from this. Why I didn't just move left and get both churches in and have mountains behind it, I have no idea. Seems obvious now, it didn't at the time. Just heading back to the flat now where my car's parked, and I'm going to head to one of the passes. This pass is just shy of 2,000 metres, so I'm expecting quite a bit more snow up there. So hopefully that would be very nice. But I'm going to go check it out and see what the conditions are like. I don't think there's going to be much to shoot tonight, but I'm hoping that if I know it, I've scouted it, I can then head there one of the other nights I'm here and get some nice shots then. So I'll see you up there. So I made it to Passo della Urbi, I think is how you pronounce it. And you can see a little bit more snow up here. This is actually the road in summer. You can drive in that direction and come out the other end, wherever the other end is. But not in winter. So you can still see a lot of haze in the sky. And then I don't know where I am going up here, so I'm going to walk up here and see what happens. Okay, so I will admit I was hoping for a slightly better view down the valley, considering the sunset in that direction. I mean, this mountain here is pretty amazing. You can imagine like some nice colour kissing the top of that, but unfortunately, as you can see, very, very hazy lights. I'm loving these buildings down here. I just wish I could get down to where the road is in the summer, but I think it's looking unlikely. I don't know at this moment in time. I think at the minute we're looking very much in drone territory to try and get some nice shots, but I'm not giving up yet. I will say before I head off from this point, the light in this gap is absolutely fantastic. You can see mountains, a layer of cloud, there's some nice colour in between. You've got very little chance of seeing too much on the GoPro, but it looks good. So I'm going to certainly try and shoot that. I really like these two buildings, and I'm trying to move a bit further along and get in front of that mountain. I don't know what mountain it is, I'll put the name of it on the screen. But even with very little light, I think there's potential for quite a nice shot there. So I'm just going to walk a little bit further, take that shot, and then probably head back. What a place. And as always, it does make it that slightly more special, not being overrun with people. In fact, I'm the only one I can see in any direction. So yeah, pretty quiet up here, which is always nice. Oh man, just a little bit of side light on this mountain and maybe just a tiny bit of pink in the sky, and this would be an absolutely glorious shot. As simple as they come, but absolutely glorious, especially with these huts in front like I got earlier. I'm definitely going to stay till the sun sets. You never know, you never know. I mean, there is that gap over towards the west, so if the sun gets below that, you never know, and I'm not going anywhere until that sun's gone. So fingers crossed, but look at that. The jinx has worked again. That gap almost closed up now. It looks like the clouds coming down towards the mountains, which is pretty cool to see. But it's not helping me for that little bit of light I'm after in probably about half an hour, 45 minutes. But never mind. Okay, so I think this is probably a better view, but I think where I was before is a better composition. This was such a lovely view down the valley, and I do kind of like these huts. I think the fencing's a bit messy, but still very, very nice. I absolutely love this third shot. I know it's completely unbalanced, but I love it. I love the colours, and it was just something I didn't expect. So really happy with this one. I think the sun's about to go behind that layer of clouds. So I think it's a good opportunity to go back to where I was before. You can't really see the big mountains over behind us in that gap. Loving the lines in the sky. I love this, but yeah, I really want that mountain. If the sky does light up or that sun does come below the cloud, then shine some light this way. I really want to get that mountain in the shot. So I think it's back to where I was before and shoot back, I think. I think that's the stronger composition, even though here is an absolutely spectacular view. So I've got my composition. I love it. I really love these huts, and the mountain's just stunning. But yeah, definitely not going to be any light tonight. I think the clouds getting thicker and thicker and thicker. There was a clear band when I arrived, and then there was a bit of a band of light a little bit later on, and now there's very, very little. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get the shot I want. But that's the way it goes. This is still an amazing location. I actually still quite like the shot. I'll give it a go. So here's maybe a version of it or two. See what you think. Considering the lack of light, I really like this image. There was a tiny, tiny hint of purple in the sky. I did push that a little bit further in post, and I think that adds an element of interest. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, of course, would have been better with some nice side lights, some pink sky. But as we know, that doesn't happen very often. So what a place. This is only the first few hours all scouting, so hopefully tomorrow I'll have a plan, and I'll see you then.